Welcome. Welcome and thank you for being here for this restorative and yoga nidra. If you're watching this later, you will definitely need lots of props, bolsters, big blankets, whatever you have, blocks. Just have all those items nearby. And you may also want a chair or something you can put your legs up onto towards the end. So gather your items. And we will be doing a little bit of movement just to loosen things up, and then we'll be using the bolsters and then lying very still. So once you have yourself settled there, come into a comfortable seat, absolutely any seated position that works for you. And we will begin with one of my favorite mudras, Padma Mudra, which is the heels of your hands together, the pinkies touch, and the thumbs touch. So Padma is lotus, so it creates like a lotus flower. And you can just hold that at your heart space. Feel that open energy of your hands. You can relax the shoulders or simply let your gaze trail downward. And allow the position of the hands to create this similar quality within you, receptivity, openness. And settle into that space of your breath. Notice the inhale, notice the exhale. And let your attention be present right here and now, what is happening in this moment. The body sitting upright. The hands in this blossoming mudra of receptivity. The breath quietly flowing in and out. Yoga teaches us to become present, to be less involved with the little mind stuff, the chattering of the mind. To be present with the body and the breath and all that is around us. I'll take a couple more breaths. And then slowly let your hands come together. Let the fingers touch, the palms together, and then rub the hands. And we will open with 3 rounds of Om to connect voice and breath. Exhale, then inhale deeply. Let your head bow. Release your hands, lift your gaze. We will open with a little bit of movement before we come into our restorative postures. So we'll start on hands and knees, and if you need a little padding, you could fold a blanket over. Scoot over here. So if your knees are tender, you may want to put a little blanket under them. And just come on to those hands and knees to start. Shift your weight a little so you get that feedback into the palms. Curl the toes under to open the feet, and then lean a little forward and back. And then you can let that open into any range of motion that calls you, maybe big circle movements. So it's good to stretch and move the muscles before we completely rest. I think those muscles can release a little deeper when you've done some movement. Press through the palms. We'll do regular cat-cow. So inhale, look forward, and then exhale, round your back, drop the head. And continue at your own pace with your breath. Inhale, gazing forward, cow position. Exhale, rounding the back, cat. Just a little more. Good. Then look forward and just take your right arm and we'll draw a circle with it. So as you shift your weight back, you'll move the arm back and then reach it way up and forward. So making this big circular motion. Just a few times here. All right, big circle up, inhale. Then exhale, we'll go down with the arm, bring it under the left side, maybe your head to touch the ground. You can always prop the head up or just stay on the elbow. Gentle twist of the back. Take 2 or 3 breaths. And exhale. Then use your hand to lift up to tabletop again. Maybe a little cat-cow. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So as you're ready now, your left arm will take big circles. Just moving around, getting some mobility in the shoulder. All right, inhale up and then exhale, go into the twist. Slide the arm under, your head can come down. Breathing there. Rest against the ground to get that gentle turn of the spine. Good. Exhale, then use the hand. Gently press back to hands and knees. One more cycle of cat-cow. And then we'll lift into a downward facing dog just to lengthen into the limbs. So you lift your legs up and back, stretch out long, shift your weight here. Pedal the feet and feel that as a nice release for the backs of the legs, across the hips, crown of the head to softly hang. Good. Exhale there, and then bring your hands and feet together. Walk a little forward, move the hands back, and just gently hang over the legs. A little bend in the knees to soften the spine. You might hold your elbows. You might sigh the breath out here or simply exhale through the mouth. Do that a couple more times. Press into the feet. We'll roll up to lengthen the spine, so come all the way up to stand. At the top, reach your arms, interlace your fingers, flip the palms up, stretch. And just a little side bend. Reach over to one side and the other. Good. Inhale here, and then just bring your arms down. Palms forward. Take a couple of breaths just standing tall. Feel the lift of your spine. Full breath in and out. Let's circle the arms with the breath. Inhale, reach them up, palms overhead, hands touch. Exhale to the heart. Twice more. Inhale. And exhale. And once more. Into the heart. And pause. Take a breath in and out. Good. We'll just inhale and lift again, and then bend the knees, forward fold. And take another breath or two here. Just allow that spine to soften and lengthen. Whatever it is you've been holding on to all day, just imagine it rolls off the back with each breath out. Bring hands to your legs with an inhale, look up, and we'll step into one more downward facing dog. Plant your hands, walk your feet back, lengthen out through all the limbs. Nicely done. We'll slowly make our way to the ground, and we can come to a child's pose or puppy pose. So child's is sitting all the way hips to heels. Puppy is propped up a little more upright if you want to be more gentle on the knees. Just a few breaths there. Let the head release. Feel the touch of the head on the ground. Just to soften into the back of the neck. Hands under your shoulders, and we'll slowly rise up, and you can stretch your legs out and around in front of you. You might like to sit up on a blanket, a little support to your sits bones, and just give your legs a little hop and a roll. Maybe circle your ankles. Take the bottoms of the feet together, bound angle. So draw the knees in, bring the very bottoms of your feet to touch. If this is tender on your hips or your knees, you can take some blocks or pillows, whatever you have nearby, and just prop up your legs. Sometimes it just eases up the joints. Sitting tall here, feel that imaginary little tug at the top of the head, helping the spine to have more length. And then we might wave a few times, holding legs or ankles or feet. Come forward and up. Just a few cycles there. And when you feel ready, you can come forward and hold. Take a few deep breaths. Exhale, and on inhale, we'll rise up, help your knees up, the feet flat to the ground, and a seated windshield wiper where we just rock the knees a little side to side. Nice. Right now we will about that bolster. So take your bolster. I like to prop up the back end. So I'm going to put a block under the back end of the bolster, but anything that would lift your pillow or whatever it is you have. Again, at home you could use a couch cushion, could work. Get it so it's on a little bit of that inclined plane. And then we will come into a child's pose in front of this. So I'm just going to sort of straddle. So my feet are wide, my legs are wide, and I'm going to tuck it as close up as I need to, and then lay my belly down and turn my head to one side. Now, as we move into these restorative positions, we'll be in each pose for, up to a few minutes, but if it doesn't work for you, you can always come out early, change your position. These postures should create release and ease. If you're not feeling that, then please do not force through it. So just turn your head to one side, take a few breaths, and certainly you can go lower if the inclined plane does not work. You could have the bolster more flat. If you have your head in one direction, you might turn it the other direction. We'll just be here a few more breaths. Full inhale, deep exhale. And then use your hands to gently lift up, slowly lifting the body. And you can help your legs around and just give them some length. You might point and flex your feet, hop and roll the legs. Then you can keep your bolster on that little inclined plane. I'll go this way. And now, if you have little pillows or extra bolsters, sometimes a little blanket here, we will sit in front and take the bottoms of the feet together just as we did. So if you don't have things you can tuck underneath your legs, sometimes the blanket, I actually really like this version where I open it and I make sort of a roll. It's kind of a roll. Then drop it over my feet and tuck it on the outside. So if I turn to face the camera, I just drop it over and then just tuck it on the outside edge, and it sort of catches the legs a little bit. If you have a sandbag, putting it right on your feet can be nice, or if you have two, you could put one on each thigh, or maybe just on the belly, so you can play a little with that. Make sure that that bolster is tucked right up against your low back, and then as you're ready, you can come back. You can be a little fidgety to start to make sure you get just the right positioning. And then once you find that, then let the movement settle. Just find that deep space of ease. As the arms open out to the side, the palms face up. It opens the front of the chest. welcome to keep your feet as they are. You might also like to stretch the legs out straight, so entirely your choice here. If the knees are feeling tender, the hips, perhaps just to lengthen your legs straight out. Breathe in. Deep inhale, let the exhalation be complete. Get to the very, very bottom of the breath. And then just allow the inhale to fill up naturally. You can bring movement into fingers and toes. If the feet are still together, the knees bent, you might gently start to bring the feet flat, the knees up. So feeling a little more alert. And from there, perhaps roll to your side and use your arms. Let the head be heavy and the neck relaxed as you gently lift up. Take your time. And now, I do prefer to keep the bolster on that inclined plane. You may want a blanket for your head, but you definitely want something for between your legs too. So this is a twist with the bolster. I'll bring my right hip right up to the bottom of that. My knees are bent, and I'm just going to put the blanket between my legs as a little support for the hips. Now you want to turn and face the bolster and sort of give it a hug. I actually don't usually like the blanket for myself, for my head here. And then the belly is sort of resting, the chest is resting on the support. I like to keep my head the same direction as the knees. Arms on either side of that. And just allow yourself to sink in and settle in this little twist against the bolster. Again, you can fidget a little as you get started and then really settle into that. You'll deepen your next breath. Maybe invite some movement to fingers and toes. And we'll begin to transition to the other side. So press down into the ground, into the bolster, and then slowly lift up. And you'll just get the other hip against the bolster. So turning around. Left hip right up against that. Be sure to place, again, just that little blanket between your legs. And give the bolster a hug as you come to lie down on this side. We'll be in the position for a few minutes, so again, make sure you feel well supported and settled. I can help you with your things here. fingers and toes. Feel the support of the ground, the bolster beneath you, and you can press down to slowly lift up. And just stretch those legs out in front. Maybe point and flex the feet. And I'd like to prop the legs up. So in the room I can help with the chairs. At home, either using a chair or furniture you have around, or you could just use your big pillow bolster to just put your legs up on it. So just so the legs are a little higher than the back. And again, I'm going to come around with the chairs. Unless you prefer the bolster, you're welcome to use that. Sometimes a little weight at your ankles is nice too. And then you can support your head. Add layer over you. You can tuck the blanket over you if you like. Again, the goal here is just to get the legs a little higher than the spine. How's that feel? Want to scoot it in a little more? Okay. Put this over you. Do you want the sandbag at all? Feet, belly. There you go. Does that feel like it's well under your legs? Okay. Do you want that away? Sandbag? Sandbag? Belly or feet? Belly or feet? Is that all right? Okay, good. stay exactly as you are, if that's very comfortable. If you'd rather lie flat on the floor, you can make your transition as we move into the guided relaxation Yoga Nidra component. Make sure you feel completely comfortable, supported by the ground, and simply observe your breathing. Feel the body relaxed, at ease. Just allow your awareness to settle into the breath in and the breath out. And bring your awareness to the bottoms of your feet. Feel the bottoms of your feet relaxed. Relax your right foot and the right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth toe. Bottom of your left foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth toe. Relax both the right and left foot. Traveling up the right leg, relax the right calf, the right shin, the right knee, right thigh, and right hip. Up the left side, relax the left calf, left shin, left knee, left thigh, left hip. Fully relax right leg and left leg, right hip and left hip. Relax your low belly, your low back. Let the organs rest deep inside the belly. Relax the right side of your spine, the left side of your spine. Relax the right ribs and the left ribs. Relax the upper chest, the sternum bone, right collarbone, left collarbone. Relax the right shoulder, the right arm, right elbow, lower right arm, and right hand. Relax the left shoulder, left upper arm, left elbow, left lower arm, and left hand. Relax the right hand and the left hand, the right arm and the left arm. Relax the right shoulder and the left shoulder. Relax your throat and your neck. Relax the tongue and the mouth. Relax your right cheek and your left cheek. Your right eye and your left eye. And both eyes heavy. Relax your right inner ear, your left inner ear. Relax the back of the head, the top of the head, and the forehead. Relax the whole face and the whole head. Relax the whole head. Relax the whole body. The whole body relax. The whole body resting. Feel the natural rhythm of your breath. Feel the whole body light. Light as if made of cotton, just floating. So light. Feel the whole body getting a little heavier. So heavy, beginning to sink into the floor. The head heavy, the arms heavy, the legs heavy, the torso heavy, the whole body heavy, the whole body heavy, just resting into the floor. Resting there. And feel the whole body warm, that deep inner glow. That deep inner glow that is the life force, the prana shakti, the life force pulsing within you in this deep space of peaceful rest for a few more minutes. Invite your breath to deepen. Feel the body resting against the ground, supported by the earth. And slowly bring some movement into your fingers and toes, into your arms and your legs. Move and stretch in any way that speaks to you. You might hug the knees in softly. When you feel ready, you can roll to one side and maybe pause there. Take your time as you bring yourself back to a seated position. And just a few words to share by Mary Oliver. I want to think again of dangerous and noble things. I want to be light and frolicsome. I want to be improbable, beautiful, and afraid of nothing, as though I had wings. You can bring your hands together at your heart space and gently rub your palms. And we will close with the sound of Om 3 times. Exhale, then inhale deeply. With the breath in, reach your arms out and up. Let your palms touch together as you look up. Exhale, lower your hands. Let your thumbs brush the point between your brows, center for clear seeing. Lower hands to brush your lips, to speak truthfully. And then lower to rest at heart space, to abide in kindness, compassion, and gratitude. May the great many benefits of this practice radiate to all the places in your life. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me today.